Hello guys, I'm Anprit Kaur and I'm going to start our group presentation, and this is a group presentation of ITEC SEM 407 real-time analytics, which will be presented by four team members. The first will be Navjot Kaur, then Mukesh Reddy, then Manpreet Kaur and Sandeep Reddy. Unfortunately, we were unable to join our video, so we are uploading it on YouTube, and you can get the links of our other tracks of our other team members from description box. So when you will go to the description box of this video, you can get links for those. Thanks.
Jodhpur, me and my teammates are going to give the presentation on the data analytic assignments. Starting from the first slide, I would like to first give the introduction about the data analytics. That data analysis has multiple factors that multiple facts and approaches encompassing diverse techniques under a variety of names and is used in different business science and social science domains. In today's business world, the data analysis plays a role in making decisions more scientific and helping decision operate more effectively. Three key kinds of the investigation organization utilized are descriptive analytics, what has occurred in a business, predictive analytics, what could occur, and prescriptive analytics, what ought to occur. So it plays a role in making the decision more scientific. In the next slide, I would like to explain the data analytic in the healthcare because the healthcare is a sector that I choose for my further study. So healthcare sectors and data analytics can be used to filter massive amount of data in seconds to find treatment options or solutions to different diseases. Health data analytics, also known as clinical data analytics, involves the extraportion of actionable insights from sets of patient data typically collected from the electronic health records. Data analytics can be used to filter the massive amount of data in seconds to find the treatment option or solution to the different disease. This will not only provide the accurate solution based on the history information, but may also provide the customized solution to unique concern for particular patients. Health BI solution can also advance science and technology for the future. This slide is about the dataset that we selected and the industry. The datasets that we use to get the dataset is the World Health Organization, and from the World Health Organization we choose the dataset COVID-19 that is recently the issue in the Australia. So the industry that we choose is the Royal Melbourne Hospital. It is a very famous hospital and is the one which was having the first COVID case after DHS announced about the COVID. We choose COVID because in the past month it's make people to sit in the house without jobs, and also some of the people lose their jobs and even they couldn't go outside to meet anyone. So in the further slides we are going to explain that how this data set to implement this data set by using the data analytics, and the tool that we are going to use in our further slide for the dashboard and for the visualization is a SAP predictive tool. So now I want Mukesh to present the next further slides. Thank you.
Hello guys, I'm Manpreet Kaur, and now I will explain about research and assumptions. That what are the research in this report. So I will describe about why we choose BI reporting solutions. As we know that BI is business intelligence, and this is used to maintain and organize the data properly in any business organization. So in this similar manner, we choose BI reporting solutions to maintain our data which we have chosen or related to COVID. So as we know that the data of COVID is very huge. Everyone knows about this because the number of cases were increasing day by day. Initially these were from 7 to 8 per day, but after that these reached to hundreds. So the data was very huge, and in this data and there was explanation about everything from locations for patients, age, for their old diseases, everything was there. So it was very necessary to choose BI reporting solution so that we can maintain that data for our use, and we can use that easily. And if I talk about assumptions, the assumptions regarding this data was that, and this was so huge, and we were confused that how we will use that, because it was showing each and everything from developed, underdeveloped, and developing countries, that how patients grew, what was the background reason they were diabetics, and their ages was like they were above 65 or 70. In this way, the location, from which location they were belong to. So our assumptions regarding this data was that how we can handle this data. So then we decided to choose BI reporting solutions, as we talked earlier, so that we can manage and organize this data. So in BI solutions, we find out SAP predictive analytics tool with which we can visualize these data, and these visualizations help us to understand easily. Even we were able to compare our data so that we can understand it, and also it helps our company to understand this data, and so that new techniques can also be finalized after viewing this. These are some visualizations which we created. So first we will talk about our first visualization, that is a table created. And so it's showing total cases and total deaths by locations. In this table we have selected only few countries, or we can say limited countries, like Australia, Canada, China, Germany, New Zealand, and Spain. So we can easily compare from this data, like this table, that how much of over their total cases of COVID patient, and uh, how many patients were recovered from there, and what was the total value or number of deaths. So in this table we can finalize that Spain was having the total number of cases higher, and also deaths occurred there was high, and New Zealand is showing only 3895 deaths in overall. If we talk about our second visualization, that is hospital beds per thousand by new cases and location. So actually it's showing a comparison between Australia and China, that in Australia what was the amount or number of beds when the patients were 29 in Australia, and also similarly in China. And when the patients increased to 100 in both countries, China and Australia, what was the number of beds for their patients. So from this we come to know that initially Australia has less number of beds when their patients were less, but at the same time China has the large, um, they have more beds for their patients. But when the cases rise, Australia maintain their beds, they buy or somehow they arrange beds for their patients, but at the same time China has the less beds for their patients. Similarly, in the third visualization we can see the number of new cases and new deaths and location, but this data is for the whole world, not just for selected countries. So this the top blue dot is showing the data of whole world. And similarly, if we will click on dot, we can get mm, to know the number of total cases, total deaths in any country from which we want to know about them. Thanks.